The Global Airline Association has criticised decisions by governments to impose COVID tests on travellers from China, describing the moves as knee-jerk and ineffective. France and the United States are among those that have recently demanded negative tests as COVID cases surge in China. The precise scale of this outbreak is unknown, but a number of hospitals and funeral homes are overwhelmed. Today, European health officials are meeting to establish a coordinated response on travel. Dave Keating reports from Brussels.
So far, it's been a really disjointed response, and that's the whole reason for the emergency meeting that was called today by Sweden. Sweden took over the rotating presidency of the EU Council on Sunday, so they've called a meeting of this emergency crisis response mechanism to try to have a unified policy on this, which so far hasn't happened. So the first country to take action here was Italy. Italy started requiring pre-departure COVID tests for anyone traveling from China. France and Spain have followed suit. Internationally, the UK, the US, and Japan have also done so. Sweden itself has announced its intention to do so. But the ECDC, the European health body, has said two things. One, they don't think that these pre-departure testings are necessary because they haven't identified any signs of new variants, and because they say cases in China have been actually decreasing since December 2nd. And the second, they say, is if the EU is going to have, if there are going to be pre-departure COVID tests, it needs to be done at EU level and not disjointedly by different countries, because, of course, the EU has a free travel area. And if Italy blocks people from coming in to their country from China because they've tested positive, that person could come into a neighboring country and just cross over the border. Now, the problem is many national authorities don't believe the Chinese figure. So that figure, that statistic that the ECDC is pointing to that says cases have been decreasing since December 2nd, well, most Western governments believe that China is actually covering up cases now. So we'll see what comes out of this meeting. There was a preparatory meeting yesterday in the European Commission, and I've been told that a majority of EU states want this pre-departure testing. So we are expecting this to pass today. We should have an announcement, I think, sometime around 6:30 tonight. The question is how they're going to do it, which airports they would set it up in. The logistics of it need to be worked out. But we are expecting some kind of decision on this at EU level today.